This is the Hill Bill Volume 2, presented by Educators Credit Union Course Overview. We're back once again at the Rock Snow Park, but the course is a little bit different. Registration, the expo area, and the start-finish line will all be right at the lodge. Now already there's been a change to the course where immediately after the first turn, there will be a few extra 180-degree turns on the right side of the grass before you make the final turn upward towards Makeout Point. This part should be familiar from last year. You're gonna be going up the main ski hill and around that little service house. The morning races will be a little bit more accessible, just going around that house and immediately back down the hill, whereas the afternoon races will be a bit tougher and send riders a bit further up. So the switchback we're looking at here is only for the afternoon. We're hoping the shorter morning races will run around 3 laps, whereas the longer afternoon races should be around 6. Unfortunately for the afternoon folks, that also means that you're going to be going up a little bit higher too. This here is the highest point, and then back down this little hill. Then you'll be treated to a lovely overlook of the Root River Valley. If you're not suffering too much by then, take a look around. It's quite beautiful. Then it's time to leave Makeout Point and head back down to Expo Land at the lodge. In Expo Land, you'll be able to chat with Educators Credit Union, get your free drink from Rebel Hard Coffee and Tea, or get food from Taco Barrio or ice cream from the Udder Spot. Here's a little spot that helps lengthen out the course. We looked for ways to add distance over last year, because the longer the course, the fewer times you have to go up each hill. Then we head over to the wall. This switchback is a little bit weeded over right now, but of course it'll be mowed. This was the location of some pretty epic looking shots from Zachary Side Photography, and it will be back in to challenge your cross off-camber descending skills. At the bottom of the wall will be neutral support from Wheel and Sprocket, and you'll also be treated to the inspiring drum stylings of America's Kates. He'll be beating the drum of encouragement before you then turn onto the fast lane. Last year there was a switchback here which we tried to use to kind of flatten out and slow down the ski hill, but that didn't seem to work all that well, so this time we're gonna switch back once and then kind of send you down the side a little bit. It'll be a little bit faster, but it'll be a little bit more straightforward, which I think should be a lot more exciting, with perhaps a little less white knuckling. Just keep your heels down and your butt back. That will send us into the Low Point Valley, which is new this year. This section is essentially 3 different flat areas that have great potential for just setting up a really nice twist and turny cross course kind of thing. Here's the second area. Another nice part about this area is that it helps make this more of a cross bike friendly course. Here's the third area. I kind of dig that this course has encouraged mountain bikers to come out and give cross a try, and I love seeing both kinds of bikes competing against one another, but I definitely want to tip it in the favor of cross bikes. It's also relatively flat by comparison, so that should give you some time to recover before you have to start fighting your way back up the hill. Once we leave Low Point Valley, we're going nowhere. This is another reasonably flat spot and your last chance for recovery before going up the backside hill switchback. This was in Hill Bill Volume 1, but it's a little bit more of a lengthier switchback this time around. It's still kind of a slog, but it's a little bit easier. And again, the longer the lap, the fewer times you need to do it. This weedy section will be mowed, and then you head up the gravel hill to the baseball overlook. This is another new section that we didn't get to use last year due to the Rock's Hills Have Eyes haunted house. This year it will be filled with twists and turns that will provide some nice recovery after that switchback. And then on to the Bunny Hill Slalom. This was a feature last year, but we're switching it up again to try to scrub some speed with more twists and turns. But we'll make sure to leave you with a nice run-in up to the ridge, because I know people enjoyed that. At many points during the day, Educators Credit Union will be wandering around the course with a fishing pole with dollar bills. Most of them are singles, but there will be a handful of 10s and one $100 bill. It will be totally random, so anyone can win. Just put your hand up and grab. At the end of the ridge, you'll drop in with your heels down and butt back before soaring up as high as possible on the Rebel run-up. The hill is a significant grade, but it can be ridden if you've got enough speed at the bottom and enough power at the top. I could not ride this. Once you get to the top, you'll see America's Kate's on the drums again, and the wheel and sprocket neutral support, and you're nearly on your way to the finish line. It's just a matter of heading down the straightaway, past the start chute, and across the finish line. And don't forget to purchase a Hill Bill Hill bottle, thanks to our friends at Wisconsin's Hardest Trivia. The Hill bottle is a 26-ounce specialized purist water bottle with a built-in gauge to measure the steepness of any hill and certify your bragging rights when you get to the top. Each winner will earn one at the top of the podium, but they'll also be available for purchase for $10.